Hello Universe, what's up? It's Brandy619 and I want to come to you guys and be one of the first people, if you guys haven't already found out, that Trezell and Jacqueline West have been found guilty. Now for Orrin is the one in the testimony, because I've been following this case. The kids spoke about hearing the thud, not seeing Orrin anymore. Something about a blue cooler being taken out of the home, about Orrin not being at the home. They had taken some diapers. She said that Orrin and her other son wore diapers, and when they took the diapers from their wastebasket, the only DNA was for their biological son in any of those diapers. They also say that Orson had been there maybe one day, and then they didn't see him anymore. They did lie and say that the grandmother, that Jacqueline's mother, had been watching the children when certain family members asked, and when the kids asked, where's Orrin and Orson, or Classic and Sincere. Now both of them were found guilty on murder in the second degree, guilty in felony involuntary manslaughter, guilty in felony willful cruelty to a child, felony false report of an emergency. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's another one. For Orrin, it might be conspiracy to commit murder. Okay. Also, for Orson, I believe that they're found guilty for 3 of them, except 4 and 5. I want to give a shout out to Duty Ron, because he came with the live feed. This is about an hour ago. You guys want to go check out his channel so you can see, because I got into an area to where it stopped working. It started buffering and stuff like that, so it kind of stopped in the middle while I was trying to get all the charges. However, they both definitely, for Jacqueline, she was found guilty of murder, probably in the second degree for sure, involuntary manslaughter, and these are for Orrin. So there are some that they are charged with for Orson, but I'm thinking that the ones that they probably will not be able to get for Orson is going to be conspiracy to commit murder and felony involuntary manslaughter, only because they just don't know. No one knows what happened to him. They could have given him away. But because the children reported that, they would get spanked to the point where there would be blood on the belt, Jacqueline would put them in a headlock and wrap her arms around the bed. And mind you, these kids are 2 and 4 or something like that. Very small children. You know what I mean? Because they were standoffish, or because they cried a lot, or because they didn't really talk a lot, or you know what I'm saying, or because the older sibling ate the younger sibling's food and she didn't want him eating his food. But the other adoptive children and the biological children told what they would do to the children and how they would treat them, and that they treated their biological kids differently than their adoptive children. Mind you, they have 4 adoptive children inside of that home, and they received $4,000 for those children being in their home. You know what I'm saying? And so there also was when Trezell's mother, she had went to help pick them up and rented a U-Haul and drove the U-Haul over here, and she never seen the kids no more. And they would say, she would ask, where's the kids at? They said, oh, back here in the back seat, because they had a big van, probably 12 passenger or something kind of van. Oh, they back here in the back seat sleep. But she never seen them. The other Jacqueline's mother never saw the children. The grandfathers never saw the children. Then they made up somebody, the lady named TT, which is supposed to have been a cousin or something on one of the children's father's side, who had came and picked them up and did all this extra crazy stuff. They never seen them kids on any of the surveillance in the neighborhood. They never seen them kids. The dog did not alert to them even being in that house at all. So months and months and months and months and months went by, Months and months went by before anybody's red flags or antennas even went off, and they thought that they were going to be able to get away with that scot-free. What I am hoping is that we are at least able to find some bodies or some bones, wherever they dumped this blue cooler, wherever it's at, wherever they dug a hole. They had a cellular trails with their phones pinging in different areas, and then you see where the trails kind of go cold, as if they turn the phone off. You see them making calls back to back to back to back to back to back. Like, it's really a mess. You have to really follow it. One of the ladies that I watch, she did daily cover all the way up to like 22. She's probably covering it right now, this verdict. I will link her channel down, because she's really who I was able to really kind of follow this with, because I believe they had a gag order, so there could be no cameras inside of there. You cannot live stream the audio to this one right here at all. So they're able to listen to it, but then they have to dictate to us what it is that they're saying, because to do so would be against the law. But again, this is a beautiful, beautiful victory. I hope that we can get some closure with Orson, and hopefully they just gave him away. I would rather them just give him away, but if they did do what I think that they probably did, and I hope that they didn't, but maybe they did, I don't know, it just blows my mind, right? Especially because today, I'm dealing with something quite similar myself in my own family, where a family member's boyfriend killed their child. He's in jail right now. It was all over the news in Houston. So I'm really, this really touched me a long time ago, but it really, really hits home, and it hits differently when it comes and knocks on your door. You know what I'm saying? But anybody that does any harm to children like that, man, you gotta get it, and anybody that watched the interview, we knew they was full of malarkey when we watched that interview when they was on the news. Okay, Ray Charles could see that they had done something, conspired to do something, and they was guilty as all sin. Okay, so I just want to let you guys know they definitely were found guilty, both of them guilty of murder in the second degree or second degree murder, felony involuntary manslaughter, felony willful cruelty to a child, false report of an emergency, and I want to say the other one is conspiracy to commit murder. But I'll put those other links to those channels in there so you can check it out for your own self. But yes, this is a definite victory, in this situation. The only thing that kind of bothers me in this situation right here is, where was this jury? Where were these people in the Caylee Anthony case? Why is it that she's out still living La Vida Loca? What is it? The Dolce Vida, whatever it is that she got tattooed after she killed her daughter, with all of the preponderance of the evidence that was inside of that case. How in the hell is it that she walking right now and is not answering to her, well, she will answer, and she will pay. But why is it that, I don't even want to go there, but things that make you go, right? Anyway, victory still, nonetheless.